The common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co creators here to play. And we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So, will you wear the world loosely or will you let it straitjacket you? It is your choice. And whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Loving you always and forever. Hey y'all, what's going on? It's me, Mama King. I am the Divine Oracle. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the foundation of authentic manifestation, especially with all this September 23rd, September 24th hoopla about the rapture. I've been speaking about it all week. It's all over my timeline. Okay. There are many misconceptions about manifestation, whether it be something material, even this idea about this rapture. Okay. Like I've said before, it is an internal ascension. It's about your internal ascension. When you understand that, then you understand what the rapture really is. Okay. And that it is symbolic. All right. A spiritual symbolism. There's many misconceptions about manifestation. Some believe that it's pure magic, passive process, something you don't have to put any action into. While you do have to visualize, and of course, your positive thinking can be very powerful, but you got to make them work together. Okay. And you also have to have a realistic mindset. So some believe that this manifestation powers or uh what gifts, what do you call it? This manifestation magic or whatever, that is just um think about what you want and then it just will appear. Okay. Uh, so many deceptions, so many misunderstandings and misconceptions. Some people do believe that visualizing or creating a vision board is all that is required for success. Let's take a look here. I'm going to pull on this Celestine frequency healing. Let's see what we got for this misconceptions of what pure manifestation is, having a foundation of authentic manifestations, using more than just magic. The magic is the belief, it's the faith that you have in what you want in your visualizations, but you also have to keep that positive attitude, that positive energy towards it, and work with what you have. Okay. Definitely relieving yourself of any anxiety is helpful. Okay. Just believing and knowing that what you want is possible by just believing and knowing and visualizing, but you do have to put action into it. Okay. With a consistent effort. It is an active process. It does rely on those combinations of focus, your intentions, and of course, the Knight of Pentacles energy with a consistent effort. Okay. You do have to set goals and work on your personal development. It's almost like returning to school. Okay. Having a positive mindset and a clear vision. This will motivate you to get into alignment and to stay into alignment and to take practical steps toward that goal or that manifestation. So let me get a celestial frequency healing. Ooh, jumped right out here. Courageous. So it says transcending fear, going past the fear. Let me look at it, how we're going to do that. Because I am all about being practical. I am an earth sign, and I have been caught up in illusions at one point. illusions of religion and false beliefs. But we've come out of that now, okay? That's part of ascension, moving past, I guess, fears of the unknown or fears of something not coming true. Not quite sure how we all got caught up in that. At least I don't remember how I got caught up in it. Could just be some sort of indoctrination. So fear is an acronym for it. I've heard of this before. False evidence appearing real. So it could feel like you are in something right now that could be really thick. And when you experience fear, you may feel like you don't have very many choices. Either you're going to forget everything and take off running. I've done that before. Or you can face everything and rise. That seems to work better. Okay. It really does. And when I think about different situations where I needed a manifestation, just visualizing it, staying positive and knowing that I've done everything I can do physically, practically. So I might as well just wait on my visualization to come into fruition. But it hasn't been without some sort of effort or some sort of work on my part. Okay. So we really need to think about what is it that we really fear. You got to break it down. You got to give it a few minutes, give it 10 minutes, write it down. Perhaps now it's time to confront whatever your deep-seated or your hidden fears are. It could be something that's conscious or it could be subconscious. So this is why we need to dig deep and to be honest with ourselves. Okay, it's just you. It's just you and you. So you have to clearly decipher the truth that resides at the core of your situation. And it does take meditation. It takes time to sit down and really think about the situation. Maybe you really don't fear something. Maybe you're picking up the energy of someone else's fear. Okay. If you're in close proximity to someone, or you're within a family or a group of people or a partner, that could very well be true. You may also be absorbing fears of those around you or even the collective consciousness. So once again, it's always be still. Be still and know your power is to release these lower vibrations and to rise above them. That's kind of a speaking like the rapture, right? Align your inner divine flame and turn that light on full throttle. This way, your inner faith is being tested right now. Okay, so we got to transcend beyond. Hmm. I feel like everyone's faith is being tested right now. As above, so below. So we're going to get rid of these misconceptions, or at least, get some sort of insight, a different perspective on these misconceptions about magic and manifestation. I feel like even those who are waiting on this rapture or expecting this rapture to happen like they say it is, I feel like they believe in magic. Yeah, there's could be some hypocrisy there, or people not being fully aware of what's going on here. We got to stay positive all the time. That's what it says, but that's not really what life is, right? It's a misconception that having any negative thoughts will derail the entire process and prevent your desires from manifesting. What do we have for that? As above, so below. So, solutions, dreaming, okay? Galactic dream star energy. It's giving me 19. So, in the tarot, that's the sun card. That could be with ego. It could also be positivity or showing out. All right. Um, it is unrealistic to think that we're going to suppress all of our negative emotions. I'm not in a delusion. Okay. I just don't try to magnify pressure. I know it exists, and anyone with common sense should know that. But when you click on a reading or you're on YouTube, a lot of times you're looking for some sort of reinforcement of positivity, but not delusional positivity. So I do like to be practical, and the things that I say, the things that I teach, the things that I study myself are concepts, theories, actions that you can take practically in your life to make your life the way you want it, to create the life that you love. Okay. And with the solution energy, it's your soul expansion within your dream time, when you're sleeping, when you're resting, being still. Okay. It becomes replenished in this enhanced state. This is where you can experience your natural form more fully about who you are, because there's nothing to pretend. There's no one to pretend for. You got to pay attention to your dreams more carefully at this particular time. You may receive an answer in your dreams as if a light bulb turned on. It's not going to be a delusion. It's going to be an answer to what you need or what you're manifesting. So you got to give yourself a break from overextending your mental field. When I feel like I'm thinking too much or just too many thoughts racing in my mind, you gotta tap into your creativity. Practice your art, your writing, relax, go to sleep, take a walk, clear your mind. Try either you could be trying to solve a problem or even worrying about it, over worrying about a situation. We know the answers come when you relax, when you let go, when you open up to the possibilities of some sort of spontaneous dream solution. You can get a solution and answer in a dream or while you're resting. You may need some extra integration time for day or night dreaming or rejuvenation sleep, and that's like a nap. Okay. Listen and allow for this. Dream enhancement codes will help you decipher and be empowered by the content of your dreams. Um, this will help you to break free of confusion. I try to do that work here. I don't like to confuse people. Maybe they are confused, but that's not my intentions. That's not my goals. I'm not confused about what's real. There will be others that disagree with my tactics or the way I present this information or even gather this information, but I'm just diving within and finding things outwardly that practically people can understand in a practical way, in the 3D, you know, so I can interpret what's going on in my in my spirit. And hopefully it resonates with you. If so, please hit that like button, like that button, like it a lot. But hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. You can engage in lucid dreaming and never forget about your innate power. That's your natural power to alter your reality, because we all have choices. We all have free will on this earth. Okay. Um, Manifestation is an ongoing process that happens regardless of your mental state. So you could be manifesting some negativity, even feeling trapped. It all depends on, you know, the where you want to be. The goal is to cultivate a belief in what you want and your desired outcome and not to force it. There's no such thing as constant happiness. I don't want to be stuck in a depression or sadness either. So whenever I feel my feelings, if it's time for me to feel sad about something, I feel it through, and I get over it, because I don't want to hang on to that. I can't tell you when to get over your sadness or your depression, but just don't, just do your best not to try to stay there. Learn from it. Learn from the feelings. Get an understanding of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Okay. Journaling does help. Lucid dreaming. Color therapy. Color therapy is a very easy way to tap into this realignment energy. Amethyst, okay, that's with the dreams and the third eye chakra, the crown, because you got the white and the violet here. Hercule diamond is a good crystal to try with the amethyst and dreamstone, shamanic dreamstone. I think moonstone also is good for that. All right. So, um, manifest the myth that manifestation works instantly. Uh, well, I don't know. Someone could be telling you that it is a misconception. It may have, I don't know what people were taught about the rapture, how they were taught. I don't even know where it came from in my own mind. I really don't. I know it kind of started, I think, in the 1800s with some story. And I also feel like it's a tactic used by colonizers, okay, to keep the oppressed in their place, or to give them some sort of opportunity for dreaming or something. I don't know. It could be someone casting spells on the collective. The misconception is that you should see results immediately after setting an intention, and this expectation can lead to disappointment and impatience, all right, causing people to give up too early And I feel like this is why certain dates have been set for this so-called rapture. Okay. But the reality is that lasting change does take time. It does take work, Knight of Pentacles energy. And, manifestation is no different. So the process involves consistent effort, being patient, and also aligning your behavior with your goals. You got to be that. You got to see that when you're looking for a job, such as I am, or going back into the workforce. Um, I'm kind of staying in the same kind of energy that I've always been in, or work I've always been in, but I will be more engaged because I'm more tapped into the purposes and the reasons why I want to do certain things. Okay. And using that to lead me to where I want to be. That's manifestation. That's magic. That's the magic that I'm doing personally. So a lot of consistent effort, patience, aligning your behavior with your goals. And you can set a certain timeline just to make sure things get done and you stay on track here, but it does vary in things. Some things are immediate, some things are not. So let's tap into that energy here. Being courageous about your solutions, about what you're wanting, being practical about writing down your goals. You can use oracle cards and tarot cards to do that. I prefer oracle cards because they can actually give you practical advice, and they do. Okay. It's more grounded than so-called religion or listening to some preacher or someone else's prophecies. Okay. As above, so below. Remember to test the spirit. So we do have to have participation. Okay. Wow. And it's alchemy. Let's see what that's about. Manifesting anything regardless of your circumstance. But we'll do that. And we're talking about things working instantly here. You got to participate. And instant is relative. Some things, like I said, do happen instantly. I would assume that like coming out of some sort of depression or sadness, a state of emotional sadness would happen instantly, even if it's just someone walking by you and casting a smile your way. Okay, to lighten your mood, to lighten your heart, to make you feel better and take away that little bit of pain or even some deep pain that you could be going through. You got to tune into wisdom and the expertise of true divine assistance. And you have to be able to craft the healing that you're looking for. It's all up to you. So you do have to communicate with your spiritual team, your faith, wherever your higher power, wherever you call that, wherever you go to reach out for your higher power, they'll be able to teach you the ways of alchemy and being able to turn all that pain and pressure into a 3D manifestation. And this will help heal your body, mind, and spirit. And you're being guided by your spiritual team, by your faith, by what's in you, your own light. All right. Very potent power. You'll soon be transforming your situation into something new and into a higher frequency. So be ready to receive more life, more energy from earth wisdom. Okay. Practicality. You also are being encouraged to spend more time in nature, and that helps you to tune into the realms of the earth for guidance. You got to listen. You got to practice using your intuition and allowing your internal compass to lead you. And also make sure to follow through with any insights that you receive, whatever you're being taught or whatever information you're getting downloaded. You got to be able to make sure you follow through. Okay. And then manifesting regardless of the circumstances. So the misconception here is a visualization. It can that it can solve any problem just by doing that alone. I don't know. Maybe somebody is that powerful. It could be. Okay, I've manifested things. Like I've spoken something that I wanted. I don't know if somebody just heard that I wanted something and it popped up, but throughout my life that has happened. I'm sure it's probably has happened to a lot of you too. Like you think about something, I want that, and then it just appears, or somebody brings you something, or a neighbor stops by and gives you what it is you're looking for or what you wanted, right? Okay. So also curing an illness or erasing some sort of debt or changing the beliefs of others. Visualizations can solve any problem. That's a myth that can happen. Some believe they can manifest a specific romantic partner to fall in love with them. That gives me that. It puts in mind to me of this ad on YouTube that's talking about someone drawing your soulmate, sketching out your soulmate, and it happens to be the person that you wanted or something. So it may have something to do with that visualization. If that's true, I haven't tried it, but it does not erase any real world barriers. Like you can't force someone to propose to you or to be in a relationship with you. All right. So there also are a lot of manipulation and other issues in the world that could pose some sort of barrier, financial limitations, health problems, whatever the government's tossing out, or even this idea about this rapture happening here, and then I guess today or yesterday. All right. You can't substitute any of that manifestation of visualizations for medical treatment. Now, you can combine it and get some work done there and manifest what it is you need, manifest your healing. I did that with prayer and medicine, okay? Coming through and defeating breast cancer. Also, some of us need therapy or some sort of counseling, okay? Or even we have to stand up and speak if about any sort of social injustice or inequalities, okay? And with that participation. So let's get some energy for that. Manifesting anything regardless of circumstance. Repair, okay? It says that 528 hertz is a miracle healing code. Let me tap into that and see what's up. Yeah, 528 hertz. It rebalances the energy center of the solar chakra, the solar plexus. It aligns with self-confidence and helps with increasing your energy in the body. I spoke about that in the last oracle here. It also helps with your DNA repair to bring you back together, healing your mind, body, and soul. So it's perfect for initiating any healing upgrades. Hopefully that'll be happening here with these last 2 days and this ridiculousness about this rapture linked with high frequencies of transformation and miracles. That's the true rapture. It's within. It's an internal individual thing. This means that anything is possible, and now is the time to activate and enhance your physical reality. Okay. It may indicate that a change or a shift is in order. So you got to realign, change your mind, change your thinking. It could be that you need to move to another relocation, maybe start a new health practice, or even releasing relationships that are not for your highest and your best good. So you're being encouraged to step forward. All right. So with the negative experiences, they maybe some people think that they're your fault. If you don't manifest what you want, or if something bad happens, it's because you failed to think positively enough. Okay. This can lead to victim blaming and feelings of guilt and shame, and we don't want that. It just adds more shadows to work through. Okay, there are unfortunate events and external circumstances that are not always a person's fault. Just like I spoke about the health issues, financial issues. We can't do anything about, the prices being raised on things like that. We just have to adjust and adapt to it. Um, Also, we can't control other people's actions. Um, there is a healthy approach to manifestation. It does involve taking responsibility for our own actions and our own mindset, and recognizing that not everything is within our power to change. So was it the wisdom prayer? Um, Give me the courage. We started out with courage here to accept the things that I cannot change, um, and the wisdom to know the difference. Accept the things that I can change or whatever. I can't remember what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Repairing issues. 528 hertz. Let's see, that's something physical that you can tap into. 528 hertz. Listen to that while you're resting and being at peace and meditation to get your answers. I'll be doing it right after this reading. Okay. To get these readings to get information for myself and to help me to ascend. And I've been doing it for these past, what, 3, 4 years. And yeah, I don't know what y'all see, but I know in my life, I've definitely have ascended and changed my thinking, my way of manifesting. Even though I could do it naturally, but I didn't realize that I don't know. Now maybe that I know that I can do it, maybe you feel more pressure, or that everybody's talking about manifestation and things like that. You feel more pressure to manifest, but you should just keep those things to yourself. And you can boast about them after you manifest it and take the pressure off, because there's no timeline. There really is no timeline. You do have to wait on divine timing, or where things are really aligned to what you are manifesting. But you got to stay positive, all right, and just be at peace, because you really don't have any more control than that. So let's tap into this negative experience as being your fault. And we have transitions. Number 5, that's definitely a change. It would give me 5 of Cups energy. And like I said, grief or sadness can be overcome, but you must feel it. Don't hide from it. Karmic time weaver. There is abundance of change here. Decisions will need to be made very quickly. Um, like I said, it's speaking about moving again. So you may be moving to a new house, to a new place, to a new country, new state. It's a geographical move. Also dealing with relationship adjustments here and your health. There are spiritual changes as well as career shifts. Also, there are no right or wrong outcomes. Okay. It all depends on what it is you desire. It is imperative that you make choices in alignment with your soul. So, since your decisions may have some sort of karmic impact for others in your past, in the present, and even in your future timelines. So, make sure you evaluate carefully. That's that 4 of Cups energy again. And connect with these other worldly realms, your spiritual guides, astral realm, dream world, and of course, the karmic ties. This can bring a fresh insight into your own Akashic records. You are responsible for your own Akashic records. So it's a good idea to greet the challenges and the excitements and the changes with excitement and enthusiasm. They will help you to settle unresolved karmic entanglements. Don't let things get you down too much, okay? You got to figure out ways to lift your spirit up here, and you got to recognize when it is going down in the slumps, because it happens, right? Even not intentionally. There are significant opportunities here that may emerge that will forever alter your life. So you could be faced with making an unexpected decision here soon, or you could be in that energy right now. It may not make a logical sense, but it's okay. Just trust yourself to align with the best decision for the highest good of all. Okay, that's a repeated theme on this channel. So let's tap into this energy of the so-called right technique. Some people are really gung-ho about doing things one particular way, and it's not always that. There are multiple ways. 7 of Cups energy for transmutation. Okay, you got to tap into that cellular intelligence. Giving me 12th house energy. Yeah, everybody thinks there's a one-size-fits-all formula for manifestation, some sort of cookie-cutter program. All right. It's a highly personal practice. I always say that it's all personal. That's why you can't judge nobody, because you don't know what they're doing, how they're doing it, how they're understanding, interpreting their own messages from their higher self and their own plan. Okay. So it does help to cut down on judging everyone. It relieves a lot of stress. Okay. Transmutation, even transmuting the negativity or the lower vibrations from yourself or from others. What works for one person may not work for another. Okay. Once again, journaling is coming up, visualizations, affirmations. These are all tools that help you align your mindset. The Earth universe is mental. It's all mental. So it's that mindset that needs to align with that heart, and the heart needs to align with the mindset. But of course, these are not prerequisites for success. The core of manifestation is having fun with the process and focusing on what feels good to you. That means you get to play around a little bit, and it may work this way. Some things may work a certain way. Some things may work another way. It's up to you. You do have freedom, right? You have freedom. You're free. You don't have to fly off into the sky. You're free right here on Earth. You just align your mind with the highest good for yourself and for the humanity, and also your heart. Okay. Sometimes it takes a lot of heart energy. Sometimes it takes a lot of mind energy. It will serve you well to incorporate some tender, loving care towards yourself in all these ways. You can engage in any form of healing that purifies the body, the mind, the emotions, and the spirit. Explore the realms of your cellular renewal. That's your body here, relieving toxic emotions, even negative thinking. Um, or a less than optimal state of health will need to be addressed from a multi-level approach right now. So if you're feeling mentally taxed, relaxation is in order. If you've been lazy with self-care, it is vital that you place your attention back on your well-being. You don't have to overdo anything, and it doesn't take much. It doesn't take a lot of money for self-care. Enjoy what you have, use what you have, and let that be it. Your cells await your love and your healing. You also have healing abilities that wish to be activated. At this time, you can tell, okay, the energy is high, and you may be ready to engage in some new healing modalities. Reiki healing, crystal healing, cellular detoxification, past life therapy, even hydrotherapy, color therapy, using essential oils, crystals, clear quartz, okay, flower essences. Just tap into some herbal healing if you like, if you desire that. You can find information on any and everything now. You may be ready to engage in some sort of new healing modality or teaching. Or practice, and you got to use these for your own self-healing. Also, eventually they will help others, okay? Of course. Of course. I hope most people want to help others, okay? That was awesome. So, we are getting a foundation of authentic manifestation. So these things are real and not some sort of illusion. We don't have the whole internet going crazy laughing about what we're dreaming about or our desires, okay? More than likely, you're going to keep them close to your chest until things start showing up, or when it's time for the 3D manifestations to take place. So I'll pull a few tarot cards here, and we have Eight of Swords in reverse, so that would be a resolution or a solution using 528 hertz. All right, so it looks like the Magician is in reverse, so that's a lack of inner skills, a transmission or yeah. Now the Chariot's in reverse, but also a lack of discipline. Okay, so what is that about? Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, we got the Hierophant, the priest in the upright. Oh, so this could represent this priest, or somebody's a priest or a Hierophant or some sort of religion, okay, who's dependent on manipulation or the lack of inner skills to overcome or have discipline to overcome heartbreak and sorrow. Okay. Someone could be lacking self-judgment, or you could have lacked self-judgment for getting this reading. As above, so below. Give me a yes or no. What about this conflict in reverse with the priest? The resolution is to make a final effort. Something is falling away or be withering. The answer is no. Okay. Making a final effort. Oh, somebody can be making a final effort to make a good investment, to get paid, or to save up. This, wow, I just got this. So this priest might have been, or it could have been some other religious leader could have been paid to put out this message of this rapture energy. Okay. Deceptive. I got someone dependent on money. Somebody who lacks inner skills to overcome or to even have compassion for the collective as to say something like this or to keep some sort of distraction going. Okay. Transmutation, someone could lack the ability to transmute. Oh, but it says to trust your feelings and fulfill your heart's desire. Turn back. Someone's unreceptive to new ideas. Could be you or someone you know. All right. I don't know what that's about. But we just went over this being authentic as you manifest. You got to have a foundation here. It can't be rooted in, well, I guess it can, but you're going to get some negative reactions or something that's not good for the collective or even good for yourself. Maybe someone, would rather have money in their pockets than to have peace of mind. As above, so below. Give me the priest and the conflict in reverse. This could be some sort of spell. Someone may feel like they're being persecuted, or they will be for expressing themselves, or the fact that you shared your voice. This could pertain to this priest who's giving this prophecy of the rapture. Hopefully, you've taken it and used it to rapture yourself and within. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if he intentionally misinterpreted or he knew that people would misinterpret what it is. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. All right, a good investment, getting paid or saving up. Right, where are you being called to journey to? It keeps coming up with somebody moving or moving to a different space. Um, Physically moving. You got to pick up your stuff and move. Pick up your mat and move. All right. And let's get over this heartbreak. Your inner temple, devoted, tune into the portal of your heart. There's awakening here, a lot of energetic upgrades and a new way of being, integration. So I hope you don't miss that boat, being caught up in a deception of thinking that the rapture is more than what it is, or that it's something that's completely outside of the collective, when it's an internal thing for the collective. There could be a mass awakening. Maybe people will get it. Okay. Someone may have burned the evidence, or they will burn some evidence here of sharing your voice, or they also could represent some sort of persecution or expressing some sort of persecution, or someone could be afraid to express how they feel. All right. Graveyard visits. This could be funerals. This could also be like mass graves. This could be someone using some sort of death magic. All right. Maybe someone should look in their car, searching in their car for something or evidence. Something was burned and buried. Okay. We do have the archangels. We do have angels, a divine presence in the energy. So no matter what craziness is going on, please um, rely on that there is a presence, a spiritual presence in connection with humanity at this time. It's real. All right. They're watching over you, or someone is following you in real life. Maybe you're going to get some sort of guidance about where it is you're moving to if you don't already know. Someone acted out of fear, or they will act out of fear, or they're acting out of fear right now. And with the archangels, it looks like there's a manifestation of finances here coming in, or someone can be trying to stop that from happening. So you got to stay positive. Of course, you have to put the work in if you're expecting some sort of big payout. You're just not sitting around waiting for something here. Devote yourself to the inner temple. Tune into your own heart, your own mind. You're aligning your heart and your mind here for ascension, attracting finances, big bags. All right. Set safe boundaries. Someone's following you in real life. They could be doing some sort of graveyard magic, or they're trying to manifest some sort of graveyard magic. They're putting in the effort. Somebody's putting in the effort to make something happen. They're doing rituals, visualizations, and all that. Make sure you set your boundaries. Okay. Look in the car, acting out of fear and knows nothing. I don't know what somebody knows nothing. Someone knows nothing about your manifestation, or even having a foundation for authentic manifestation. Oh, I got two no's. Okay. A delightful surprise for you, but it's not time yet. Down the road, there will be an unexpected success, a flawless feeling of completion. That's good. You're gifted by the fate with the exquisite tools you need to eventually find the effective self-realization that you need. Just remember that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It doesn't matter how talented I am or how talented you are if you haven't put the work in to cultivate and manifest that talent. Okay. Even though it may be natural, it still has to be ascended. You still have to ascend. You still have to develop it and make it more and more and more and bigger and bigger. There's going to be a lot of intoxicating emotions that overwhelm you, even at this time. There is a natural result of your efforts here, and any unsurpassed talents for communication, your rare ability to resolve any problem. This provides you with an untouchable sense of stability and comfort. So I got two no's. Um, Maybe it's the timing that someone may want something to happen now, but if you've been putting in the work, just sit back and wait. If you've been putting in the work that you desire, okay, but it has to be in alignment with someone else's. See, if someone is projecting something that's not in alignment with what your purpose is or your manifestation, it will be rejected. But if you are out here all willy-nilly and your mind is everywhere, then they're able to latch on to that insecurities and your lack of discipline here, and then their manifestations will come true for you. Whatever it is they're wanting from you or want to take from you, they'll be able to achieve that if you don't have your boundaries set. Okay. So it looks like the situation here will become unpredictable and develop slowly. It looks like 7 to 8 months. When ideas for a new beginning appear, your assertiveness and your stamina can turn the tide. So providing with the outcome that you desire. So just stay steady. That's all I'm getting here. 7 to 8 months, 3 to 4 months. I was picking up like a year. Okay. 3 to 4 months, and the trumpet of change will blow loudly. Through this speeds the course of events. You need to be patient. You need to welcome the unexpected, because outside can help dramatically shift the situation. So watch out for that surge of joy that follows. Okay. There will be a great energetic upgrade and awakening. And I'm not speaking about the rapture that everyone else is speaking about. This is an inner rapture, your ascension, your spiritual ascension over over some sort of fear, whether that you acted out of or someone you know. Hope this helps you all. Please stay blessed and grounded, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.